Hello friends, in this video I will explain the fourth chapter of this book. And this is the second part given organizational design. Okay, so from chapter 4, some chapters are related to organizational design. Okay, so fourth chapter given, name of the chapter, basic challenges of organizational design. So what are the challenges for designing any organization? Okay, when we design the structure of the organization, then many different types of challenges come. Okay, so we are going to study about those all challenges and how we can overcome those challenges. Okay, so the first topic given, differentiation. Differentiation is the process by which an organization allocates people and resources to organizational tasks and establishes the task and authority relationships that allow the organization to achieve its goals. Now you see here, it is a type of process. Differentiation is a type of process by which the organization allocates people and resources. It means allocating people and resources to organizational tasks, because in the organization so many different types of tasks are there, and for those all tasks different people and different types of resources are required. So allocating means providing different types of people and different types of resources for different tasks, known as differentiation. Okay, and here in differentiation process also authority relationships also is established. Okay, different types of authority relationships are established here. And why we do these all things means allocating different types of people and different types of resources for different organizational tasks. So we allocate different peoples and different resources uh, to different organization tasks to achieve its goal. Means each and every organization has some type of goal. Okay, so goals can be achieved by this process. Means differentiation we do means we allocate people and resources to different organizational tasks to achieve its goals. Okay, in a simple organization now given, differentiation is low because the division of labor is low. Typically, one or a few people perform all organizational tasks, so there are few problems with coordinating who does what, for whom, and when. Okay, in a simple organization, there is less differentiation, or differentiation is low. Why there is low differentiation in a simple organization? Because the number of people in the organization is less. If less number of people and less number of tasks, sorry, less number of people are there, so allocating people and resources among different organizational tasks are less, so there is less problem. There is less problem for coordinating what different people do, and what are their activities. With growth, however, comes complexity. With growth, as organizations grow, complexity arises. So in a complex organization, both division of labor and differentiations are high. So in complex organization, division of labor and differentiation are high. Here next given, organizational roles. An organizational role is a set of task related behaviors required of a person by his or her position in an organization. So in an organization, for a particular task, certain kind of behaviors are required by each person working in the organization, and that those those behaviors are combinedly known as organizational role. Organizational structure is balanced in a system. Organizational structure is based on a system of interlocking roles, and the relationship of one role to another is defined by task related behaviors. Now you can see organizational structure is based on a system of interlocking roles. So many roles are there in the organization, and those roles are interlinked or interlocked with each other. And by this interlocking of different roles, organizational structure can be established. And the relationship of one role to another is defined by the task related behavior. For each and every task, certain kinds of behaviors are required. Okay, and on those, and on the basis of those behaviors, you can see written defined by task related behaviors, means on the basis of those task related behaviors, different roles are interlinked with each other or interlocked with each other. Differentiation of an organization into individual organization. Here see, differentiation of an organization into individual organizational roles results in a clear authority and responsibility requirements for each role in the system. Again, I'm reading. The differentiation of an organization into individual organizational roles results in clear authority and responsibility requirements for each role in the system. It means in the system, for each role, organization means clear how we can establish clear authority and responsibility. So clear authority and responsibility requirement we can establish in the organization by differentiation. Okay, by differentiation of an organization we can establish clear roles, clear authority and responsibility. That's what it is given here. Differentiation of an organization into different. So why we do? So that is the reason, means so that we differentiate the organization into different roles, so that there will be clear authority and responsibility for each role in the system. Subunits. Next, subunits. Subunits, function and division. So function and divisions are subunits of the organization. So in most organizations, people with similar and related roles are grouped into subunit. It means here people are grouped into a subunit on the basis of similar and related roles. If 5 or 10 people have similar and related roles, then in that case those people can be grouped into a subunit. The main subunits that develop in organizations are functions and divisions. So functions and divisions are main subunits in the organization. So the first given, a function. A function is a subunit composed of a group of people working together who possess similar skills or use same kind of knowledge, tools or techniques to perform their jobs. So here function is a subunit. Okay. Function is a type of subunit which is composed of a group of people working together. So many people working together who possess similar skills and use same kind of knowledge, tools and techniques to perform their job. So that collection of people, or you can say that group is going to be known as function. So here it is given subunit composed of group of people working as a similar type of people, or you can say people having similar skills, same kind of knowledge, tools, techniques to perform their jobs, form a subunit, and that subunit is known as function. Division. Next given, division. Division is a subunit that consists of collection of functions or departments that share responsibility for producing a particular good or service. So here now you can see collection of people, we got function, means collection of people having similar type of knowledge, skill, techniques to perform their job. And division, collection of functions or departments that share responsibility for producing a particular good or service. Here the end result is what, good and services. End result means so many departments or functions combined together to form division, and that division is responsible for particular good or service. The number of different functions and divisions that an organization possesses here is a measure of the organization's complexity. Again, the number of different functions and divisions. If there are so many, there are many divisions and many functions in the organization, then it means we can say that the organization is complex. If less number of divisions and functions, then the organization is less complex. Differentiation into functions and divisions increases an organization's control over its activities and allows the organization to accomplish its tasks more effectively. So given here, differentiation into functions and divisions increases an organization. So why organization? The question here, so one question it come to my mind, that why organization? So differentiate into functions and divisions. So organizations differentiate into functions and divisions to increase control over its activities and allows the organizations to control the activities of different people working into the organization. Organizations differentiate into functions and divisions which allow the organization to accomplish its task more effectively. And if organization has a greater control of its activity, then in that case that organization can accomplish its tasks more effectively. As organizations grow in size, they differentiate into 5 different kinds of functions. Okay, so as we know that the greater there is the complexity, or you can say the more is the complexity in the organization, the more differentiation will be there in the organization. Okay, as organizations grow in size, they differentiate into 5 different kinds of functions. So following the five different kinds of functions which come out as organizations grow. The first given, support functions. Support functions facilitate an organization's control of its relations with its environment and its stakeholders. Yeah, support function facilitate an organization's control of its relation with its environment and its stakeholder. So facilitate. So support function facilitate an organization's control of its relations. Control of its relation with its environment and its stakeholder. So here facilitation means support function so only facilitate, okay, the control of its relation, means how the organization is going to control the environment and its stakeholders, okay, and how organization and the environment and the stakeholders are going to be related with each other. So that type of relation can be facilitated by support function. Support functions include purchasing, to handle the acquisition of input, sales and marketing, to handle the disposal of outputs and public relations and legal affairs, to respond to the needs of outside stakeholders. Okay, so these all things come. For example, given marketing. So here the relation facilitating is support function. Marketing facilitate uh, the control of its relation, means if the marketing the strategy it is better uh, of the organization, then in that case that organization has greater control over its environment. Okay, in this way we can say marketing works as the support function. Second given, production function. So production functions manage and improve the efficiency of an organization's conversion process so that more value is created. So here production function manage and improve the efficiency. So here there is means improvement. Okay, management and improvement of efficiency of the organization's conversion process is production function, so that more value is created. So in simple word we can say production function production functions manage means management and improvement of the efficiency of an organization's conversion process. Management and improvement of the efficiency of an organization's conversion process is known as production function. Okay, so when organization's conversion process, when the conversion process here given, when conversion processes are managed and improved, okay, so that efficiency increases, then that comes under production function. So here if there it is increase in efficiency, it means more value will be created. So production functions include production operations, production control and quality control. So these all things come under production function. So production operation, production control and quality control. Okay. Maintenance function. Maintenance functions enable an organization to keep its departments in operation. It means maintaining. Maintenance function maintain different departments and maintain them to function or to operate properly. So that's why written enable an organization to keep its department in operation, to making different departments or to make different departments to operate in a normal way. Maintenance functions are required. Maintenance functions include personnel to, so here I can see maintenance function include personnel to recruit and train employees and improve skills. It means recruit and train employees and improve skills. Engineering, so now you see here personnel, so selection and recruitment of employees and to improve skills, that comes under maintenance function. In case of engineering, it is also maintenance function to repair broken machinery. So if machines are broken, then in that case normal operation cannot go on. So that's why repairing of broken machinery required. So that comes under engineering. So engineering also comes under maintenance function. Next given adaptive function. Adaptive functions allow an organization to adjust to changes in the environment. As we know, environment changes. Okay, the only constant thing is the change in the environment. So environment changes, so the organization must adopt according to the changing environment. If the organization doesn't change according to the changing environment, then the organization cannot survive. So for the survival of the organization, It is very important that with the passage of time, with the change in the environment, organization also changes. Adaptive functions include research and development, marketing research, and long term planning, which allow an organization to learn from, attempt to manage its environment, and thus increase its core competencies. Now, you see here. So, under adaptive function, now you see adaptive functions include. So, what are those adaptive functions? Just like research and development. So research and development is adaptive function. Why? Because if technology is changing, then in that case to move with the time, new technologies should be developed so that the company or the organization can survive in the environment. Otherwise, the organization's products are going to be obsolete, and the organization cannot survive. Second, given market research. So market research also, because the test of people or the customer changes with the passage of time. So means continuously there is a need to find out. So what are means what is the trend of the people in the society. Long term planning also means long term planning also, because without long term planning, organizations cannot move ahead. So for moving ahead, there is a need for long-term planning. So that's why written these all things, research and development, marketing research, and long-term planning, these all allow an organization to learn from, attempt to manage its environment, and increase its core competency. So if organizations have these all things, means research and development, market research, and long-term planning, then in that case the organization can adopt to the changing environment. Otherwise, the organization cannot adopt, and it may not survive. Fifth, given managerial functions. Managerial functions facilitate the control and coordination of activities within and among departments. So that's what managerial functions. So means control and coordination of activities of different departments and inside department also. Managers at different organizational levels direct the acquisition of investment in and control of resources to improve the organization's ability to create value. Okay, so here you see managerial functions are related with control and coordination of different activities within and among departments. How different activities are going to be controlled and coordinated. Okay, so these all things come under managerial functions. Vertical and horizontal differentiation, that is the next sub-heading under differentiation. So vertical differentiation refers to the way an organization designs its hierarchy of authority and creates reporting relationship to link organizational roles and sub-units. And you see here, refers to the way an organization. So that is a vertical differentiation. It is type of way an organization designs its hierarchy of authority. So vertical differentiation means that you can say authority relationship to link organizational role. Authority relationship to link organizational role. Okay, that is vertical differentiation. Vertical differentiation creates authority relationship to link organizational roles and subunits. So vertical differentiation establishes the distribution of authority between levels to give the organization more control over its activities and increase its ability to create value. You see, vertical differentiation establishes the distribution of authority between different levels. Means so many levels are there in the organization. Okay, and those all levels of organization are interlinked by vertical differentiation. And here each level has certain authorities. So that's why vertical differentiation establishes the distribution of authority between levels, between level to give the organization more control over it. If there is clear cut role differentiation, then control will be easier over its activities. And if there is greater control over its activities, then there will be increase in the ability to create a value. That's why vertical distribution of authority between levels. So how much authority means how much decision power should be given to each level. So that's what it tells, means vertical differentiation tells about how much decision making powers are going to be given to different levels of the organization. And if different levels of organization have different authority or different decision making power, then in that case there will be greater control over the activities of the organization, and more value can be created. Now next here given horizontal differentiation. So now vertical differentiation I explained means it was vertical differentiation. It was distribution of authority. It means distribution of decision making power among all levels of the organization. That was all about vertical differentiation. And in case of horizontal differentiation, you see, the way an organization groups organizational tasks into rows and rows into subunits of functions or divisions. Now you see here, the way an organization groups, organizational tasks into rows and rows into subunits. It means, in simple word, we can say, means giving organization group, giving a organizational group different tasks, okay, into role. Now you can see given organizational groups, the way an organization groups organizational tasks into roles. Here the organization groups organizational tasks into rows and rows into subunits. So that's it. In simple word we can say horizontal differentiation means grouping organizational tasks into rows and rows into subunits. Horizontal differentiation establishes the division of labor, means that enables people in the organization to become more specialized and productive and increases its ability to create value. So horizontal differences, it is all about grouping organizational tasks into roles. Okay. For example, if certain kinds of tasks are required, then those tasks can be grouped, and that can be made as a role. Organizational design challenge. So many challenges come when managers try to design organization. Okay, so what are those challenges? So we are going to study about that. The principal design challenge facing an organization is to choose the level of vertical and horizontal differentiation that allow the organization to control its activities in order to achieve its goals. So here the biggest problem is the principal design challenge, or the biggest challenge here is to choose the levels of vertical and horizontal differentiation. Means how much vertical differentiation and how much horizontal differentiation should be there in the organization, so that organization can control its activities in order to achieve its goal. So that is the biggest problem, that is the biggest challenge facing an organization, that how much there should be vertical or how much there should be horizontal differentiation. Okay, there are three or more design challenges that confront three there are three or more design challenges that confront managers who attempt to create a structure that will maximize their organizational effectiveness. Okay, managers want to increase the effectiveness of the organization, and for increasing the effectiveness they try to design that type of a structure for the organization so that effectiveness will increase. So now, so what are these three challenges for creating a structure for the organization which will increase or which will maximize the effectiveness of the organization? So the first given, how to link and coordinate organizational activities. The first challenge here or the first problem here is to how to link and coordinate organizational activities. Second, who will make decisions? So first, how to link and coordinate organizational activities. That is the first challenge. The second challenge is who will make decision. Means if any situation arises where decision is required, then who will take the decision? So this is the second. And the third given, which type of mechanisms are best suited to controlling a specific employee task and roles, and what type of mechanisms are best so that controlling a specific employee task and roles are going to be in a better way. So here given organizational design challenge. Before that, again I am going to repeat this because this is very important concept. So there are three design challenges that confront managers who attempt. So when managers try to create a structure for the organization, then in that case they face particularly three challenges that will maximize, and if they overcome the challenges, then they can maximize their organization's effectiveness. So what are these challenges? First, how to link and coordinate organizational activities. Second given, who will make decisions, because in so many situations decisions are required, so who will make decisions in those situations. Third given, which type of mechanisms are best for controlling a specific employee task and roles. Okay, this is third one also very important. Which type of mechanism? So which type of mechanism to choose so that it will be better to control employee and you can say their roles and tasks. So organizations design challenge. So here design challenge are given. So how to balance design challenge? Organizational design challenge, it is about balancing these parameters. Now first balance differentiation integration. So the first challenge is how much to differentiate and how much to integrate. Okay, means so managers should balance in between the differentiation and integration. This is the first challenge. The second challenge, it is balance centralization and decentralization. So means how much there should be centralization in the organization and how much there should be decentralization. This is the second challenge facing the organization. The third challenge is standardization and mutual adjustment. How much to standardize means how much to standardize and how much to give how to make the structure so that there will be mutual adjustment. So these are the three main design challenge facing an organization. So now we are going to study these all in detail.